Okay, I'm back. So, kind of got cut off there because apparently the recording software I was using cuts off after 10 minutes because it was free and I didn't feel like paying for the pro version. Not that I would pay for that pro version because I don't really think I liked it. I was using something called Stream Pixel, Smart Pixel, which is all kind of a nice built-in recorder and editor in one, which seemed cool. But I found the editing capability is a bit limited. So, and the free version cuts off at 10 minutes. So really, they didn't present themselves well to me. Not going to use it. Now I'm using something OBS, like it's called OBS Studio, to actually do my recording, and then Lightworks to actually do the editing. Both are free. I think they're both under the GNU license, and that's my geeking out done there. Cool. All right, I'm back. Yes, I did some work last night. More flowers. This is the garden my wife started here, and I keep adding flowers to it. The tree grew in. It didn't come in as big as I had hoped. I had honestly hoped for a bigger tree. But that's just the way that is. And I went squid hunting, because apparently there's an ocean that way, and my main base is really, really far from the ocean. So when I go back, I'll need to make sure I take that with me. But yes. So the existential chicken. What is that? So as some may recall, existentialism is the philosophy of basically existence. I think, therefore I am kind of stuff. And there's a chicken somewhere. It should exist. And it should exist forever. So it really is an existential chicken right now, because it should be here somewhere. And wherever it is, it will exist forever because I interacted with it, thus becoming an immortal chicken. Because whenever you interact with any mobs, specifically like cows, chickens, what have you, horse? Is that a horse? That's a horse, of course. I have no saddles yet, so I can't do anything with this horse. But anyway, any interaction with you have an animal, feeding it, eating it, which would be mostly feeding it, or even smacking it upside the head with your fist, will result in it getting tagged so it doesn't despawn. It will load and unload with the chunk, which is the area or a given area, and just kind of exist forever. So somewhere around here, is that it? Hey, I think that's it. It is a chicken. Hello, chicken. I think that's my existential chicken. That will simply live forever. It will never die. Chicken! Anyway, as my son would say. So, yeah. So I'm going to collect a few things. I made like a pseudo farm here. These will be pumpkin, wheat, and there's actually a water block underneath that. But we're done here. I have no further business here at this time. So let me get the ink that I got when I went squid hunting. Thank you. 12 ink. Because I have a looting sword, which is actually really nice. So I only had to kill like 3 or 4 squids to get 12 ink. Because ink, as we know, is used for dyeing things. And only 1 ink sac per thing you dye. So it is actually really expensive. Given how hard it is to get your hands on it. Oh, specifically what I'm dyeing these days, not so much in the way of like wool or what have you, although I will probably start doing that. I think they may have fixed that bug. But I will be making concrete, which came out in the last update. Obviously my road is not quite done. I'm still waiting for some of this grass to grow in. Actually, funny enough, there's just a giant like water death trap under here. If I ever get hit by a creeper one on here, I'm doomed. Anyway, so if you follow this road, this is a house I made. It's nothing too fancy. It's just the standard, kind of house with the things you'd need for doing some wood harvesty business. It's not the one that's in the jungle, although I need to go to that jungle eventually and get melon. I really don't want to do it now, but I'm here. But I don't want to do it now. So I won't do it now. So yeah, my random things I built, it actually came kind of later. So let's head out to my village. It is actually one of my main places I hang out. We're going to take the mountain pass. I think you can actually go that way around the mountain, but I've got stuff up in this mountain that I use, so we're going to go. Auto jump is awesome. I really love auto jump. I'm glad they added it to the actual PC version, and then my road ends. But that's okay, because I can see my quarry. So at one point, when I found my village, it was actually like half swamp. Like there was water in between buildings, and it really was quite annoying. So I came here, and as you may recall, I didn't want to drop a mine shaft. So everything I did in terms of mining had to effectively be surface strip mining. So, I need to make a better way across this. I built, so noticing a trend in how I build little bases. Yes. I just started harvesting dirt, planted some trees for resources that I would need, and started mining. A little bit of a cave in here, and took out all the dirt I could find, and then started cutting into the mountain a lot for other resources, stone, and what have you, because I didn't have access to that in my village. So, leave the quarry, go down, say hello to a sheep, and we go swing across here. I need to make a bridge eventually. Okay. Over that way is another one of my quarries. It is my sand quarry and other things. I guess I'm walking over. I wasn't planning to, but I guess I am. I use this for terracotta. Do I need more yellow? Why not? I'm here. Okay. So I made this really ugly house, and yeah, a sand. This is mostly just sand quarry. Which, while I'm here, I might as well show off a cool trick with when you're quarrying and mining sand. Notice all the torches. So I forget where I picked this trick up. So we mine out a block. It needs to be a solid block with all the sand would collapse. And then take that one out. And when the sand collapses, the torch breaks it. There's a, I guess it's not a glitch, it's the fact of life that because there's already a torch in this space, it can't put in the sand, so the sand just pops. Gravel does the same thing, and it's really awesome when you're mining large amounts of sand or gravel. So for example, if I was like underground, that one, and I came across like something like this, because we'll see how I mine later, it would allow me to clear out a whole bunch of gravel without wearing out my shovel. So now with gravel, it will not drop flint. So that's the downside of doing it with gravel. With sand, there is no downside. So yeah, we're good there. Anywho, back to my village. Sword. I don't have monsters on, so it really doesn't matter that much. Inclined in some heat. That's a hoe. That's a pickaxe. Let's get some more. Clay while I'm here. Anyway, so yes, there's very little desert. It's mostly mesa here. I've yet to actually find a nice expansive desert. I got excited. I thought I saw red. I have red. But anyway, I like mesa because if you go down like 10 blocks, you have to get just below the sand. You start getting large quantities of gold as of like 4 updates ago. Not including like mashup updates. Anyway, there's my village. Let's go. It's just weird that we get these strips of desert. Just enough to give me cactus, but not enough to give me like a temple or something, which would be nice. So eventually I'm actually going to make a road from here back to the quarry and then kind of clean up the mountain. So I actually have a road all the way back to that my spawn point. But as mentioned, I don't go there very often. But here's my village. To keep villagers in, we have iron doors, which can only be opened as with redstone impulses. But anywho, here's my village. This used to be like half swamp. I put a wall around it and filled in the land. Like this used to all be water right here to keep out monsters. I think spiders can actually go over these kind of walls, but I didn't feel like doing these more elaborate walls. I do later. And then I have villagers, and had to clean it up. This was all like filled in with dirt, and you couldn't actually get into this building. Carpet. That. I don't feel like trading with you at this time. And then this was actually the well, which was kind of weird because, like I said, this was all like the dirt came up like here. Everything was like awkward. So I turned the well into this weird spiral staircase. Why are you following me? Okay. Lookout tower. Because why not? Just used oak. It also goes down because wells tend to go down a bit, and down and down and down, and then it just stops. And I haven't decided to do anything else with it at this time. I was thinking about actually using it kind of as a mine shaft, but never did. And then ladder. But yeah, this was my base actually for a while. It took me a really, really, really long time to clean up this village. I just kind of claimed this building as my own. There's not much here. I need something from here. I need string. I thought I had more string here. Guess not. Let's leave that here for trading with villagers. Spider eye. Oh, I didn't need this. So because I don't actually work here very much, I'm actually gonna grab like all the stuff that I might need at my main base and take it with me. This is mostly orange terracotta, which I really don't need orange terracotta. So I thought I had more string. Anyway. But yeah, this was all water. This was literally a lake right here, and I filled it in. Here's more of those funny lanterns, which I don't do anymore. And chicken. Not an actually, it is an existential chicken because it will live until I kill it. Because I bred some chickens and some goats and sheep and what have you. So that's my village. Not too exciting. It's kind of nice that there's a swamp right here for slime. I'm gonna use bed to make it daytime because it's really dark. One of the nice things about this, when the villagers go all like nutty, crazy, happy, they start throwing carrots at each other, and so I can get a lot of carrots for again, red bed. Ooh, a thump. There are lots of beds in this world because when my wife and I play, she doesn't like playing at night. So I don't blame her. It's dark, and she tends to go exploring a lot. And when you're exploring and suddenly jump down a little hill and land in the water, you tend to die. Anywho, my village, yay! All right, what's from here? There is a redonkulously long road. Like, really long. Like, it takes a full day in-game to walk it. Cow. So I'm uncertain if I want to do that in this video or the next. Because it's really long and probably very boring. So I think I'm going to stop here. This seems a good place to stop. Because I've explained the existential chicken. I've shown my villagers. Aren't they pretty? They really are. They are pretty. Hey, can I trade with you? Oops. Why is it giving me the option to trade? I mean, I think my hands need to be empty. I don't really do this on my tablet. Oh, that's it. Right click. I'm used to a little button on my tablet. Oh, you're a farmer. I wonder if I have any cartographers. Probably not. It just came out. Do you have anything? What are you? Come back here. I think you're a priest. Librarian. Farmer. Anyway, one of these days, it was actually my original plan to build this into a, once again, big giant metropolis, noticing a theme. And it just never happened because, like I said, my wife found that awesome plateau and I kind of moved in there with her. It makes sense. You move in with your wife. Although, there is, my wife was mentioning somebody, a friend of hers, whose husband lives like in Virginia and she lives in Pennsylvania. And they never see each other. Anyway, I think I'm done. Because Critter's coming up. So is my wife. So, that's a good place to stop. Hey, Critter. I'm playing Minecraft and making a video.
What is that?
It's that, my headset. Anyway,